The first time I applied for Oxford, I found it was really hard to prepare for the interviews and admissions tests while studying my A-levels, and I genuinely felt like I could have tried harder. So I decided that if my A-levels went well, I was to reapply, and second time round I had so much more time during my gap year to focus on the interviews and admissions tests.
It was exactly the same situation for me. With the sheer amount of extra time you have so much more time to prepare. The entrance exams and interview practice that you can sort of get during your gap year is significantly more than when you have to balance it with A-levels. And if you have your grades, which I had the grades I needed already, then I'm not worried about them anymore. I can focus entirely on ace the entrance exam, ace interviews. I think I spent a good 2 months just continuously preparing because I wanted to nail it that second time. Had an offer to a university before I reapplied, and I was a bit concerned if I was to reapply, if I was to lose that university's place. And so I called them up and I said, if I have received a place the previous year, if I was to reapply, what are my chances of getting in again? And they essentially told me, if you've got in before, it's very likely you'll get back in. So then for me, it was like a low risk, high reward sort of thing where just go for it. And then as you said, you could use the gap year to further delve into my subject and then also my other interests and other hobbies that I didn't necessarily have the time for during A-levels.
So we do get asked many questions about whether somebody should apply again if they've been unsuccessful the first time that they've made an application. And what I would say is think about that really carefully, because if your application the second time round is going to be exactly the same as the first time round, then are you really going to be more competitive the second time? If you've got an offer, which I'm sure students will have if they've applied to Oxford, that they'll have offers to other really, really fantastic world-leading universities. So I would suggest that students think really carefully about delaying getting on with their studies at another world-leading university. If, however, you got better results than you were expecting, or there is some significant difference between your application last time and the application you're thinking about putting in again the following year, then maybe there's some benefit to that. But think really carefully, because there is no guarantee that you will be successful the second time round.